Josh McDermitt, good morning, sir.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. How are you doing today?
I'm doing all right. Got a bit of a crick in my neck. I slept on my pillow wrong, so if I have to take a moment to stretch, you'll know what that's for.
That's all right. Get loose. Get limber, man. So The Walking Dead returns this Sunday on Valentine's Day. I'm assuming it's a love-themed episode, yes?
Yeah, we just sit around and pass Valentine's notes to each other, and it's kind of one of those elevator episodes where, on a sitcom, they kind of have run out of ideas, so they just do like a flashback type of episode. That's what this episode of The Walking Dead's going to be. I feel like we've jumped the shark and we've run out of ideas. So the network's like, hey, why don't we just incorporate Valentine's Day? Boom, great idea. Let's do it.
Perfect. Zombies with chocolates and paper Valentines.
I mean, their hearts are just everywhere, so it just kind of fits.
Did you, Josh McDermitt, ever have just a smooth pimp move on a Valentine's Day with a lady?
Oh, my gosh, no. I'm the worst. I would, I was like borderline creep. Like, I didn't know how to do anything with the ladies. I would follow them home, or I would, stand over their shoulder breathing heavily and, things like that. I gave Valentine's to, like, multiple girls in front of each other, so, like, they knew that they weren't that special.
Hiding in the bushes.
Hiding in the bushes, yeah, shirtless, things like that. It just wasn't in my tool bag, as they say.
Whoa, we're talking about Josh McDermitt's tool bag now. All right, I mean, this interview took a turn on Valentine's Day. Let's get back to The Walking Dead, though. You are quoted as saying, if I can use one word, it's epic. Now, I count 2 words, technically 3 because of contractions. Were you misquoted there?
I probably not. I'm bad at the grammar, as they say. No, this episode, and not even this episode, but these next 8 episodes that are going to air are monumental. I mean, I feel like we start to run out of adjectives every time we do another premiere of how much bigger this show's gotten, but we're not lying when we say it. I mean, we've tend to raise the bar, and we tend to clear it, and it's going to be an amazing next set of episodes, and I can't wait for people to see them.
It is one of those shows, though, where you think, like, okay, I can't possibly be surprised anymore, and then, boom, next episode, something happens, and you're like, I did not see that coming. Well done, Walking Dead cast. Well done.
Well, thank you. I mean, it's not just the cast; it's the crew and our writers and producers. I mean, it's an awesome collaboration that we have going on down there in Georgia. That we're all very fortunate to be a part of this show, and I think a crappy version of this show would only focus on the zombies or make the zombies such a major part of the storylines that then it becomes stale. And that's the great thing that this show has done, is they've made the show about the relationships between these people and what you would do to survive. And I think the audience can relate to that so much more. My friends like to think about who they would be in the apocalypse, and even I think about that myself too. So it's very relatable. It's very fun show to shoot, and it's very rewarding. I love it, and I can't wait for people to see it. Now,
I know in a lot of interviews you probably get probed for spoilers. I'm not going to be that guy, because I'm better than that, or at least I'm going to tell you I'm better than that, Josh.
I can usually see the question coming a mile away, so we'll see how good you are.
No, but how do you prepare for those interviews so that you're sure not to drop a spoiler?
It's easy. Like, we finished, well, I'll say we, but the actual show has finished filming last year, and so the further away from the actual film dates that we get, the less I tend to remember, so it's kind of easy. They'll ask me a question, and I honestly won't know what they're talking about. Half the time, I don't even know what show I'm promoting.
I don't know where I am right now. I just got this crick in my neck. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, no, it's funny because, everybody wants a spoiler. Everybody wants to try and, get me, and I'm pretty good. Sometimes I'll drop a spoiler, and it's actually not a spoiler. It's something that I had pre-planned to say, but I make it seem like that they got me. I like messing with people, man.
A little theater of the mind, if you will.
A little bit, man. Come on, you got to keep people on their toes.
That's where you got your start, though, Theater of the Mind, working with two Phoenix radio legends, Tim and Willie. I was on KDKB before I drove that station into the ground, and then I ended up down here in Tucson.
Oh, my gosh. I remember when you did that. It was Channel 3 was covering it, and Tara Hitchcock was like, he literally drove that station into the ground.
I know.
And it was such a sad day for Phoenix radio. I remember that.
And now everybody in Tucson has to suffer with me until this station goes under. It's only a matter of time, Josh.
It's only a matter of time. Then what? It's on to Yuma, right?
I think so. The 310 to Yuma. I'm heading out that way. Was Eugene a voice that you started working on back in your radio days when you would call and do voices and do characters and things like that?
You know, it's funny. I never really did that voice on the radio, but it's a voice I did all the time because it's kind of an impression of my little brother. Who he gets mad when I say that because he says, I don't talk like that. I don't sound anything like that. But he's so flat and monotone, like there's no way, like everybody I know does a voice like my brother. And so, yeah, it was definitely a voice I had in my tool bag, if we can go back to that. And it's, you know, it just kind of came easy when it came time. But I was never good at character voices, and it's kind of interesting that my whole radio career, that's all I was doing. I was just really good at, like, sticking to a character, not necessarily doing the voice well, but just making sure I never, broke character was kind of my thing.
Well, right on, man. Well, again, Josh McDermitt, what I take away from this interview, 1, is how to properly pronounce your name. 2, we're going to get a loved theme episode of The Walking Dead this Sunday. And 3, no spoilers from this guy.
No spoilers from this guy, except Eugene does kill everyone in this episode.
All right, there we go. And you heard it here first.
I slipped.
Oh, no! You played right into my trap. Again, Josh, thank you so much for calling in today, man, and just talking with us. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having me on.
Absolutely. Have a great day, man.